621. Okay, guys, this is podcast 3 original.
OG.
OG? What's OG?
OG, original.
Oh, original.
OG
Oh, yeah,
podcast.
this is OG podcast number 3. Today's leaders on Apple Podcast, on Google Music.
If you go to the anchor.fm/Sunil Prasad 360,
Yeah.
that'll bring up all the channels.
Yeah, but I think
What
the
do you
main
got?
one that everyone uses is probably the Apple and the
Apple
Google.
Podcasts.
Right? Podcast and Google Music is
Yeah.
probably the biggest one. Today I want to talk about entrepreneurship. Does that make sense?
Might want to clarify a little bit.
Yeah,
You're
I
talking about
want to talk about sports and...
the drive-in sports. and
yeah,
how
the
that relates
drive-in
to-
sports is pretty much similar to the drive-in business, where these guys are working every single day on their on the body, on the training, on their skills, and as business owners, we tend to do the same thing. You know, mastering your craft, mastering your industry, learning more, out there hustling all the time, networking, trying new things, podcasting, vlogging. One of these days I'm going to get into written
vlog. Oh, help us.
I gotta suck at that. I have somebody full time just to correct my mistakes. So, this is not English. So just wanted to talk about that, and I think it's perfect timing. NBA just finished, NHL just finished, and I think we're in this day 2 for FIFA World Cup.
I believe so.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, today's the Portugal and Spain game. Man, these soccer players.
Oh yeah.
Their Instagram pages are. I don't think there's any. Even like you look at LeBron.
Check it out.
LeBron has a really good Instagram page.
He's got like 30 mil.
Who's that?
LeBron.
Yeah, 25. But I think Ronaldo has way more than that.
LeBron's got 38.6.
What is Ronaldo?
129.
129 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, like come on, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
How about the other guy from Argentina, Messi?
Oh yeah, Liam. Yeah, 93.
93. Wow.
Yeah.
But I love looking at their stories.
Yeah.
Right, getting ideas from there, and just the way they carry themselves, and how they relate that back to sports, and also into sponsorships that they're doing. It's being in North America, you just kind of Canada dominant in hockey, U.S. football, basketball, baseball, esports is huge now. You know what? I want to look at those stats, because I heard esports is. What was
The
it?
ratings?
The rating was what I heard was football was number 1, and then soccer was number 2, and these are U.S. stats, and then third was esports. That doesn't surprise me. Look at that traffic in. How many people went to? I think it was Japan when they had that conference there.
Global esports market generated US $325 million of revenue in 2015. Was expected to make $493 million in 2016. Global esports audience in 2015 was 226 million people.
So it grew about 100 million in what? In a year. Yeah, that's what companies like Twitch now is so important.
Yeah, it's just coming into the mainstream now. Like in April 2016, Big Ten Network announced a collaboration with Riot to hold an invitational League of Legends competition.
No, and look at the sponsorship on these guys, man.
Yeah.
Like, their sponsorship money is more than what they earn playing some of them.
Well, we talk about I don't know if you've heard of like guys like Ninja and these streamers, right?
Yeah.
And
Ninja's making what, like 50? Well, I think like $5 million a year.
Well, if not more.
If not more, yeah.
And
those are probably like old numbers that I'm getting.
Yeah, and these guys completely manage their own. Well, they've got video guys and stuff, and they've got I'm sure a team now. But a lot of these people, men and women are like
mom and dads out there that you're complaining that kids are playing too much video games. Look at Ninja.
Well, there's so many now too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of going out there and actually playing the real sport. Get your frustration out, run around. I'm a fan of that, but when they're playing video games,
I guess they have to be good.
Something that I get your eye-hand coordination on those games, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm good because I I've been catching balls and throwing these things like all the time, right? So pretty decent at that. But you know, some of them you throw something at them and balls out there. They're like,
no, it's a particular skill for sure, and it takes time. Like
it takes time, man.
But just even to look at that, how mainstream that is. I think he did a stream with Drake.
Yeah.
Right, and Gary Vee talked about that too, just how that was it, like that was that moment, that was the crossover.
Moment. That was the moment Twitch took off too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think for sure.
Well, like I think really
Twitch had,
Twitch has been around, but I think mainstream. That's when
I think that legitimized things
for sure.
Right.
It's like Khaled and Snapchat.
Yeah, for sure. And so you have these, but we talked about it last the first podcast. Would you support your daughter or child in that question was a daughter, but would you support your child in having a YouTube channel even at the age of 9? I think this person was asking.
Yep. I remember that.
And that kind of translates into this.
I even brought up the fact then that if your child wants to play sports, are you going to stop them? Right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, esports or sports or YouTube channel, whatever. You're going to stop them. And I'm not a fan of that. If they want to do whatever.
Yeah.
To a point.
Well.
Monitor.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And another thing here is, have you seen that show Ballers with The Rock?
No, I haven't seen Ballers.
So I've kind of seen a couple of them, and the reason I'm not a TV guy, I don't want to watch too many series. This one I kind of got. It was interesting because it was NFL players that were on it.
Yeah.
And you kind of sure it's not reality TV. It's what do you call it? Not reality, but scripted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scripted.
It's kind of like I don't know if you ever watch Entourage, but they get the celebrities on and they play themselves, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they're talking a lot of the truth when it comes down to it. Like, how do you manage your body to be in to be in the best shape possible? How do you manage all these endorsements coming in? How do you manage your contract? Like, there's a lot of things going on. It's not like these guys just playing ball all day long and then going and partying at nighttime and making millions and millions. No, they're working.
That's their life. That's their job. That's how they become as good at what they do.
And these guys haven't started. They've been playing since they were 4 or 5 years old. Every day, on the rink, on the field, on the court, working, and then training the body, training the mind. Most of these guys that are getting into it are 20 years old.
Yeah.
We're looking at the TV and thinking that they're the same as us, and then no. If I'm like, those guys are 20 years younger than me. Like.
But they've been doing it often since they were.
I get the sports part,
3.
right? But when you look at everything else, like, they're still kids. They're still kids. Like, their mind is not developed, and now they have millions coming in. How to deploy, what to do. Shaq was a great one where he got his first $1 million check, went out there and spent it.
Yeah.
Right? And then he came back, and I think it was manager, somebody said, what are you doing? And that's when he realized, holy smokes, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be investing this and putting into the right places. And for him, it was lucky. You look at somebody like Tyson.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Or Rodman just popped up into my screen because of what he was doing with, political BS.
Yeah.
And I started reading up about Rodman. He lost everything. He owes, I think.
Well, I think there's other things going on there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I go back to these guys' age. At that age, there's nothing coming in. All of a sudden, you get drafted, and boom, there's depending on what league, there's money.
There's a signing bonus.
There's a signing bonus. And we're talking, majority of those are 7 figures. Maybe some at 6, but it's a lot of money, especially coming from some of these guys coming from nothing.
Yeah.
Right? And they haven't been properly educated. Like, man, I think a lot of these guys, you go from high school, college drafts you, you go there, you play, you have to hit a certain GPA to keep playing, and I think a lot of them get pushed through school. As long as you're doing good in the classroom, as long as you're doing good on the on whatever game you're playing, will somewhat push you through. I believe that's happening to a point.
If guys don't have the grades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think so. And at the end of the day, these guys all assume that they will make it pro, and some of them do, and that's great. But how about if you get injured? What happens then? And it's over.
Yeah.
Right. That's another one.
I think that depends on league to league, and
Canadians say something you like. Tell them Vermont maple syrup.
Alexa, stop.
what's she talking about?
I don't know.
She's talking about
Canadians being played.
Being played?
Yeah.
Something about maple syrup. She just wants to be on the podcast.
Just kind of did something triggered her to get on. We didn't even say anything, so it kind of scares me now. They're listening to everything.
Yeah, right. What specific traits could you bring into entrepreneurship from what it takes to be an athlete?
Working hard, discipline, patience, training every single day. Working. Those are the traits that come in from business to sports, from sports to business. See, for me, I always go back to sports, whatever I do, because it's what I did growing up. It was fun. You got out of the house. Phones really didn't exist. Cell phones did not exist back then. Internet wasn't around, so to hang out with your friends, you just go and play basketball, football, soccer, hockey, whatever sport it is, or just make up a sport. You grab a ball, you hit somebody, I'll tag, you're it, or whatever, right? All this stuff. But that's where all the discipline came. Waking up. We had basketball practice at like 6:30 in the morning. We're getting up at 5:30, getting ready and walking to school. If my dad's around, we get a ride to school, but doing that, and then you got your class, and then after class you just, during breaks, you go out there and you shoot hoops, right? Trying to get better. After school there's a game going on. We're doing this all the time, and that's where discipline for me came from. Only fun was definitely there, discipline was there, but I didn't know it at the time. And now I look back, it's like, oh wow, okay, you know what? These are the areas that I kind of learned on. And it's same as business. When you're doing something and it doesn't work, do you give up? No, you try again. You shoot again. You shoot again. You kind of adjust and you go back again. And that's where all that stuff comes from. It's just the playing and making mistakes and getting back up. You get pushed, you get knocked down, somebody's bigger, blocking you or guarding you. Go home, you start doing squats, start lifting more weights, getting back, and next year, I'm going to take you down, I'll take you down. And business is the same damn thing, right? I know who my competitors are, and sure they're not as big as them, but one day I will be. And not by knocking them down, but just standing up and going at it and not giving up. That's how I relate sports and business. I think they're so closely tied, man. So closely tied. And I think that's what a lot of the sports guys, they end up being, well, if they don't become reporters or coaches, get into entrepreneurship. Franchises here, car dealerships. Look at Magic. Huge brand. Jordan, massive brand. LeBron. Guys, since day one.
Tiger. Yeah, I forgot about Tiger.
LeBron from day one, man. He's got guys in his marketing company that he invested in, and dealing with Buffett right from the start. For the ones that put their head into it and they kind of focus on, okay, this is what I want, and this is what sports has got to me. Let's just kind of change this around and we can put this into business and do the exact same thing. It's just the grind and the hustle. All right. Sports and business. Sports and entrepreneurship. Until next time, live it up, guys.